Hi there. Tonight I'm going to solve some of the problems you might see on tomorrow's quiz on determinants, inverse matrices, and solving matrix equations. In the first problem here I'm asked to find the determinant. Now the determinant is pretty simple to compute. You simply multiply the elements of that diagonal, the elements of that diagonal together, and you subtract the two products. So in this case, for this one, I'm going to get 5 times 0 minus 1 times 4. That gives me 0 minus 4, or minus 4. And that's all there is to it. First few words in tonight's sentence are where it's snowing. Okay, in the next one, I'm asked to find the inverse of the matrix. So the inverse of the matrix is going to be 1 over the determinant times a variation on of the original matrix. Now the determinant for this matrix is going to be negative 4 times negative 6 minus negative 5 times negative 3. So that's going to give me 24 minus 15, or 1/8. And the variation on the matrix that I need to use is, let's see, I switch the locations of the negative 4 and the negative 6, so the negative 6 goes there, the negative 4 goes there, and then I change the signs of the elements in the other diagonal, so that's going to become a 3, and that's going to become a 5. And then lastly, I'm going to just multiply the 1/8 times each element in the array. So I'm going to end up with, let's see, negative 6/8, which is negative 3/4, 3 times 1/8, which is 3/8, 5 times 1/8 is 5/8, and negative 4 times 1/8, that's negative 4/8, or negative 1/2. And that is my inverse. Okay, so now I have a matrix equation that I'm asked to solve. So I'm going to try to isolate the unknown matrix on the side of the equation. So in this case, to do that, I'm going to add negative 6, negative 10 to both sides of the equation. And that's going to leave me with 32/20, and that's equal to negative 4 times c. And the next few words in tonight's sentence are, that's where I... Alright, now I'm ready to the final step, which is to divide by negative 4. And that gives me c equals, let's see, 32 divided by negative 4 is negative 8. 20 divided by negative 4 is negative 5. And that's my solution. Okay, in the last equation here I'm asked to solve involves matrix multiplication, so this is a little trickier. So basically, to isolate that x, I need to multiply both sides of the equation by the inverse of the matrix. That's 5, 8, negative 4, negative 7. So I'm going to do something like this. Alright, and as a result of doing that, that's going to cancel out, or drop out, and I'm going to be left with x equals the inverse of the 5, 8, negative 4, negative 7 matrix multiplied by 0, 3. So now I need to find the inverse of the 5, 8, negative 4, negative 7 matrix. So that's going to be, let's see, 1 over the determinant. Now the determinant is going to be negative 35 minus negative 32, which is going to end up being negative 1/3. Then I'm going to be multiplying that by negative 7, 5, negative 8, and positive 4, leaving me with negative 7 thirds, 8 thirds, negative 4 thirds, and negative 5 thirds. So that's the inverse. Now I just need to multiply the inverse by 0, 3. The matrix was 0 and 3. So to do matrix multiplication, I need to bring up the column, and then I'm going to follow through, bring that down, and as I do, I multiply and add the products together. So this would be 0 times negative 7 thirds plus, so 0 times negative 7 thirds plus 3 times 8 thirds. And then I'm going to have 0 times negative 4 thirds plus 3 times negative 5 thirds. Okay, the 0 terms are going to drop out, then these 3's are going to drop out, and that's going to leave me with my final answer, which is my unknown matrix, which would be 8, negative 5. And that's my solution, and I'm done. The final few words tonight are want to be. Alright, hope you found this helpful and that some of you actually watched it. Get a good night's sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.